Well, good morning, everybody. We're restarting just for you because you're running a little bit late. It'll take a triple X flare to get a G6. I know, right? Yeah, G6 song, right? Well, anyway, good morning to you. Good morning. Solar wind right now at 414. Proton density's at 2. I had a C3 and an X1 flare in the last 24 hours. That X1, some will say it produced a big quake, and some will say there's nothing connected. I have to differ with those of the latter, only because we've seen how the Earth gets charged up by the sun, and then it responds. And that's exactly what it did yesterday. Here's a live version. Not a live version. Seriously, the position of the satellite on this shows a quick explosion off, and the still picture shows a different story here. So you ready? Here you go. Here's the X1 flare from last night. It's popping off right here. The satellite's like way around the corner from our Earth. But you can see, boom, right? Wait till you see it. All right, so I'm going to go here and use the same color scheme on the Angston page here. As it downloads. Watch this area right here. Last night we weren't sure exactly if it was coming from the backside or the very side of the disk. I did some research and I found out where it came from, so I was able to determine which sunspot it was, and it came from 4405 right here. Okay, so we got a slew of sunspots rising up across the top of the disk, and then a couple of here. Another one over here, 4401, I think is pretty active. And let me see if it's whatever. 4405. Yesterday, I think 4401 was the strong one too, but not as strong as 4405, which kicked off a big X 1.44. So if we look at the top here, ding a 1.53. Wow. Yeah, 1.53. It happened about 3:20 UT. 3:10. It started at 2:40, right? 2:40. So by the time it peaked up was about 20 minutes later. Maybe a half hour later was really peaked, and it continued in the X all the way until about 5:40. So about 2 hours, this thing was irradiating out of the disk at Earth. And the reason I say it was at Earth, because watch. Are you ready for it? Watch this disk right here. Here we go. Here's 21, 22, 3. Here's 0, 1. Here we go. Boom, right there. Big explosion off the disk. And this image here is from another satellite, GOES 19, which is roughly about where we're at. Okay? So the other one that I showed from this disk is way over here. Right? This is from another GOES satellite. So this satellite shows you, whoa. Yep, we're early today. It shows you the line of sunspots going across, and here's 25 right here. Popping them away. Yeah, big explosion. So much so that it knocked the satellite off right here at 5:22. Because the irradiation can destroy the satellite itself, they stop it. Right? They stop it from about 4:30, right when it hits the satellite. So that's pretty good. They stopped it for good near hour. Okay. So that happened. So that's off 44.05, right? And here's what we saw right here. But now, yeah, and they shut it off right as it gets to yeah, it was irradiating quite some time. Here's another thing that's pretty interesting. The prediction. Are you ready for it? Check this out. This is what NOAA predicts is going to happen. Here we go. Right now. Boom. Hey, there it goes. There it left the sun. It's going to graze us, right? And as it does, you can see it gets kind of wonky out there. So it should hit us on the 1st or thereabouts, because it's not direct. It wasn't in a halo, so it didn't come right directly at us. It went behind us. But the wave of energy, this is the proton density on the top. These are the solar wind down below. You can see, man, did it change colors coming off the sun, right? The radial velocity was 1,250 kilometers a second. Oh boy, that's a wave, right? And by the time it gets to Earth, it starts to slow, and then it just clips us, right? It just with the white here. So between 900 and 1250. So there's a chance that this blast can produce some really good quakes, all right? Because it's going to charge the Earth, it's going to push on the Earth, it's going to bend our magnetopause a bit. Here, looking at the magnetopause right now. Right here, what time is it? We're at 2:12, 2:40, 3:30, and it's not affecting us right now. Proton density stays around 4. The BZ went, looks like it went to almost 6 to the negative, positive. And we can check that by looking at this. The BZ for me is where the energy is mostly coming out from the sun towards us. Now, think of it, it's all relative, but some of the, if I draw it here, I want to bring this point across here. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the sun, right? We can change the color for you. There you go. Here's the sun, and then here's us, right? Then you got Mars, right? And you've got Venus, and then of course Merc, right? You notice that we're not all on the same line from the sun. Some of us are a little bit lower, so our spinning around the sun, right, is kind of like that, you know, and Mars is kind of like that. So in the grand scheme of things, when we look at planetary we're looking at this angle, and we think they're all on the same plane, but we're not. We're not on the same plane. So some are below and some are above, and in the elliptical kind of thing. And this one won't, geocentric, maybe, I don't know. No, that's not going to be what I want. Home. It ain't going to give me what I want. But if you're looking for Uranus, it's on the other side of the sun. There you go. Anyway, so the BZ is kind of staying in the middle again. It's right now, it just went back to the north. It's been in the south, where 25 was or is. Not much. So we'll be seeing if that's going to really play a factor. Looking at the flare absorption, well, that's not what we'll be able to do. So let me see here. Where did I put that? Let me see here. I'm going to save this one just for shits and giggles. All right. All right, I'm saving it on my desktop now, but it's saving it for y'all. Copy that one. There we go. Light shot. And then save it in a new folder. Where the hell is a new folder? Choose another folder. Okay, other bookmarks. All right, save it. Okay, other bookmarks. All right, so. No. You got a lot of bookmarks. What I'm after is oh crap, it was white on white. I couldn't see it. Go to bookmark manager there, then new folder. All right, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one, and there's that one. Alrighty then. All right, so here is the blast where that irradiated, the max irradiation of our planet. It looks like it was right centered. Let me see if I can blow this up. Can I blow this up? Oh, I don't know. Let's zoom it. Let's zoom it. There we go. Looks like it really right behind Halemarahara, north of P&G, right? So where the hell would that be? Let's go into USGS and try to find that out. Turn that terrain on, right? And then I forget what these islands are called. Federation of Micronesia. That's what I thought. So this thing centered right out here, right on our right there. Right here is Philippines. Right here's Timor down here. PNG. Fiji's over here. Vanuatu's right in here. The Solomon Islands. So this region just got pummeled by that big old chingadera. Well, guess where the 7.3 hit? Exactly that spot. Vanuatu just got pummeled. And do we think that that's related? Some people don't think so. I'm more inclined to think it was, and it's not complete. You can see the velocity right here. Let me make sure you see all those things I'm showing. Yeah. The velocity right here of the solar wind is going to clip us. That's us, right? And it should clip us by the 1st. Right now, solar wind will stay in the 400s, and then it will instantly go to near 700, right, by the time it gets to us. And then it's going to clip us with proton densities. They're not predicting very high, probably about 12 per cubic centimeter. Yeah. So there you have it, man. But it's uncanny how this at 3:30 in the morning pummeled right during that solar flare kick up. So Fiji, Tonga 4.6 happened. Another Hihifo, Tonga. If you remember, they had a pretty damn good quake here, a 6.3 here when this was popping off. And then I said, well, I'm watching San Francisco area. Well, guess what? San Francisco never happened. So, interesting, we have Western Indian Antarctic Ridge of 5.1, and then we have the 5.0, and we have the 7 pointed where? Still, right here. Why isn't that energy getting through? Is Hawaii sucking it up? I don't know. So it's a northwest to south, no, northeast to southwest lineament. It's also part of the major lineament that goes this way. So have we seen any activity up in the Iceland region, or Italy, or Greece, or the Arabian Sea? I don't know, man. We have to go back, look 7 days, right? Not much, but you can see ding, 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 and then nothing. So where's that energy going? Is it still staying right here? Well, this might be responding to this movement that we had here, 7.5, right? This is now a 7.3. So the 7.5 happened within a week on 3/23, and then now here we are on 3/30. 7 days later, another major earthquake, roughly the same size. So if we look at the Vanuatu, look at the origins. Magnitudes, go to the body weight. This started at 6.8. Wow. This one is saying 7.1. Yeah, 7.1. This is saying 7.4, 7.5, 7.2, 7.5, 7.3, 7.2, 7.3. So between 7.3 and 7.5, USGS, like Luke said this morning, they got it right. This was a powerful quake, 35 kilometers off of Luganville, Vanuatu. All I see is 7.2 from tsunami people. And this is an interesting tensor ball. The fault system is either here or it goes this way, right? Here's the power, or here's the pressure, here's the tension. I wonder on our list what kind of earthquake this was. So, what? Oh, there we go. There we have it. So, pretty similar to this one right here. Also similar to this one, transpressional compression shear, where one side rises up and slides over. And this is the one where the thrust compression, right? Thrusting, one drops down, the other one rises up. So that would say if the pressure's here, this rose up over the tension. And if it's from north to south, basically, this one, see, here's the fault line, right? This would dropping down below. I wonder what's out there. I think this might be. Let's check it out. Yeah, here's the. So the Vanuatu is actually going up and over. Yeah, it's going up and over. This is diving down underneath, lifting up Vanuatu. So that's how I read it, and I see which fault it is. It's this one to this one. This part goes underneath, and this part's lifted up. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. That's okay. I'm learning too. So the subducting is going this direction underneath this, and it's rising up and over. I always thought that this part was right or going underneath, but it's actually rising up. So that's wild. Because this is going underneath. I thought this would be going underneath, but if it's the opposite, then kind of weird. Yeah. Far out, man. and this was lifted up as well. So diving down, lifting up on this side, diving down, lifting up. Can we say the next one in a subduction zone is diving down and lifting up? Oh, cancel. Why would it want to shut down? Shoot howdy. Southwest Pacific moving, so Nankai trough can go big. May get a 7 at PNG and a 6.5 at Guam first, though. So basically, Canuck is saying it's traveling backwards into this region. Who knows? Whatever breaks through the maritime continent, I think should be on alert from PNG all the way to Burma, and then all the way to Japan, like he said. And Guam is being lifted up by a subducting plate. These islands off of Japan, which the super volcano right here is now infilling. So Japan people are saying, do what? Yeah, check this stuff out, man. Can you see it? Let me see. Here's the ocean. There's actually a super volcano out here. How do I know? I'll give credit to what credit's due. Oh my God. Canuck saying the historical pattern. Yeah. But the alert would be more this direction, and I'm saying that I think it could be anywhere along this line into Indonesia, and it might be that it pops way out here and at the Nicobar Islands and stuff, or it'll go up here, or off Nankai Trough, or even Guam. I think Guam has gone. Here's a 30 day. Here we go, 30 day. Haven't seen some activity. Here's a 6.0 Volcano Islands. Here's a 5.5 and in that area here. Not seeing a whole lot in Nankai to tell us that it would be popping, but we have had a group of 5s here. We had a group of 5s here, and watching what's going on. Some more activity down in this region. Here's a 6.2. That's exactly the area that I'm talking about. That I'm so concerned for it going, 8 plus up here. 8.6, 9, because it's quiet. Absolutely, this is a very few big 6.2 quakes I've seen up in this region. This is where all the scientists believe subducting plate lifting up this edge of Sumatra, Java, and Timor down here. Right? We've had a bunch of volcanoes just going ape turd for the last year and a half. Holomarhara still pumping away, and both Tukono and Ibu doing 7,000 feet already. So there's something moving into the Malacca Sea here in the Celeb. Southern part of the Philippines has really been banging over the last year. Although Taal has been relatively quiet, it's not erupting, but you do see some pressure moving over the last 30 days through Taal, and also following that line all the way down into the region down here, into Bali and Java and Sumatra. This is the flow of activity, flow of energy goes this way. It splits right here and continues down here, and it's been kind of going this direction, and you can see the Kurils have said hello. We thought that was going to go big, but it just shut off. So series of 5s and 4s down here. Deep Fiji 6.3 happened on February 28. Here are March 30, so a month ago, right? This region right here has really gone very, very, very strong. Now, when this stuff moves, this stuff here follows suit. It looks like the energy is moving back here, but what's happened is this big 7.5 allowed this to move, 7.3. Then we look at maybe even a 7.1 right up in here, and maybe 6.9 up in this region. Or if it crosses that threshold, it could just add that bomber. Maybe we get a 7.6 out here. We've gotten one up here last year, right, in Malaysia, Bandablaye, or how we call it, in Myanmar, right? Mandalay Bay or whatever. Mandalay. Big big quake up there, 7.6. Mid-Atlantic Ridge, banging away right now. Over the last month, right in the same area, 6.6, 5.1, 4.5, and 4.5. Watching that line right there, all the way across, leading up into the Carolinas. And I did call for a Carolina quake. Didn't say it was going to be big, but it did hit. And if we looked all day today, well, there's a little one right there now. Not much, and I don't think that's what, talking to us. Here's that interesting quake. Every once in a while, we get one right out there in the Gulf of America. Right? That's pretty interesting. And I don't remember what happened after that last time. We watched in COD, they took off the ability to shortwave IR. I want to say it was shortwave IR, right? Long range IR. Long range IR. No, shortwave. Natural color fire. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and check out this region here. See if we see any hot spots out there. Oh, well, crapola. The earthquake happened out here. Now, I could probably look at firms, but firms would show all the doohickeys. Let me just go ahead and check out firms. Yeah, here, see what they got out here? A couple out here. And there's one right here. See that? It's not on the shelf. Yeah, it's not. So it's out here. But you can see the hot spots. And these are the drill rigs, I bet. Okay. I think it's east-west. All right. Well, let's check that out, bud. So Canucka's thinking, well, we did get a 5.3 in mid-Atlantic going all the way to Hawaii, which just had a 2.1 and a 2.7. That would suggest Guam. But if you're looking here, we have a Fiji or Tonga 4.6, and we've got an Argentina 4.5. Do we think that this banger, and this banger, and then out here to the central Chile could be, or northern Chile? That's an interesting thought, tell you the truth. Consistent movement just by looking at the map. Look at California. Just one day. Lots of movement, not on the San Andreas, on the San Jacinto. Some movement on the Elsinore, on the Macama, through Clear Lake. Both sides. Well, this is not the Hayward fault; it's the Calaveras fault. Go UT. It seems to be the easiest. Here's the Calaveras fault, right? Here's the Macama fault. A little bit here, pressure from being pushed out, sliding up. Interesting, we've got up in Mammoth area, got a little small quake, and then Olanchia and Searless Valley, Coastal Range, and Ridgecrest. A couple out here, which is far out, Beatty, Nevada, and Indian Springs, which I think that's the place where they made the bombs go off, right? Yeah. So what can we kind of see? Any kind of direction? Rustler Hills and then also Midland, Texas, both are banging away. Not seeing anything up in here. Let's go ahead and check Canada. Now, it looks like a purple one right there. 4.8. That was yesterday. And I thought it was on Vancouver Island, but it's north of it. That was it's like, oh, we're watching for that. Concentration up in the Yukon, then moving its way down. Big empty spot on the Fairweather. Big empty spot. Big geoturtle eruption in Clear Lake. Yeah, maybe. In the same respect, as we looked in here, over the weekend, Shiveluch popped to 35,000 feet. Oops, that's Japan. Sorry. Shiveluch. So that was pretty significant. And let me see, I don't know if Volcano News will even help us. Santa Guido, Fuego, Shiveluch, Ibu, Okay, let me just... Canloan there in Philippines is still erupting. Sabancaya, armpit of South America, 20,000 out of a 19. Fuego, still doing its thing. Dacono, 7,000 at Dacono yesterday. That's Halmahara. Ibu, 7,000. Well, so both of these are popping right when we have this big, earthquake over there. Shiveluch, 23,000 foot. Well, let's go. This is the ash cloud. Here we go. Oh, shut off. Latest news. Here we go. Close. There's another one. 32,000 feet over the weekend. Now, remind you, this mountain is 10,007. So when we say 32,000 feet, subtract 10,007 from it. It's a 20,000 foot pop. That's 4 miles up into the atmosphere, right? 23,000 feet altitude. Boom. 32,000 feet. So it's still popping, bigly. 33,000 feet, right? That one happened on March 27th, right? So here's another 33,000 feet that happened on March 23rd. 33,000 feet March 22nd. March 22nd, 32,000 feet. right? 36,000 feet, March 20th. So this thing is kicking some ass. 36,000 feet, March 19. 36,000, March 19. So Shivalush is angry as all get up. Canada made a little fart in the wind, but what can we really say? This boomer is here, is going off. Boom, 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 boom. Big, giant explosions. I mean, normally we're looking at, 1 to 2,000 feet, but you're talking 20,000 feet. It's 20 times what Fuego's doing. So it's popping really, really, really big. That's what I'm trying to do, is put things into context with what's going on around your world. Southern Australia, just south of it, you see there's a little dinger, right? That happened today, a 5.1. So all the Australian plate is reeling from this quake. And if I checked out what Static Earth Community is doing, zoom out of that. He's a little bit offline right now, or needing to refresh. Shashalden's still popping a little bit. So nothing really said that we can see from there. So we had this big solar explosion creating a long-term irradiation of Earth, right? Blasting the maritime continent, or the right side of it, or the eastern side of it. And this is the 4505, and that will be, hitting our planet here with a CME in a day or two, traveling at 17,000 miles an hour, 17,000 kilometers an hour, or 1,700. Sorry, not 17,000, 1,700. I think, yeah. And we'll be seeing. Now, is the sun still active? Well, that sunspot's moving over, right? This one here eventually is going to get out here and go across. We're situated right about here where my little marker is. We got a couple of days before it gets to us, maybe 3 days, it'll be right here. Artemis 2 with NASA's people will launch on April 1st, setting them to go around the moon and come back. That'll be a big freaking deal, right? They'll go around the moon and come back. And this will be the first one since Apollo, yeah. So they've been practicing and practicing and practicing, and getting all the quirks out of the rocket so that it can get up into the air and get up and swing around the Earth and then launch itself out toward the moon. Our closest little doohickey there. That's going to happen April 1st. Doesn't give me a time. More details. These are the people that are going to do it. Okay, about an altitude of 115 or 1,400 miles. The orbit over 90 minutes will end and conclude the first firing of the maintain Orion's path, and then boom, 20. Okay, the second largest orbit will take approximately 23.5 hours, with Orion flying an ellipse between about 115 and 46,000 miles above Earth. For perspective, International Space Station flies nearly 250 miles above Earth. So this is further away. Yeah. They'll make sure everything does it. And I don't know the launch time. let's see. Used to have that link. I don't have it anymore. I have too many links. It's like, hey man, I can probably go to YouTube, but I will have to jump off this for the recording. Artemis 2. Artemis 2. Let me see here. I'll give you a time right now. Kennedy Space Center. I see a large visual of it. And Thursday, March 19th. No. Wednesday, April 1st. There are more. It's not telling me a time. Yeah. Artemis 3 is scheduled for September of 27. Artemis 4 for 28. Artemis 5 for 28 as well. They will actually go to the moon's surface in 28. So that would be all right. Timmy, you got something? All right. Why did you put that on there, Tim? Ta-da! More links. Yeah, Faith likes the sausage. Baja's Easter quake was 7.2, but Chile went 8.8 right before. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Well, I'm trying to give you a whole big perspective, I guess. What else we have on tap for you here? We already looked at. I showed you Alaska, right? No, I didn't. All right, watch this explosion. Right now, boom. You know, it's like, hey, this is what it looks like up close. Check that out. She said she likes sausages. And Timmy said it too. Timmy he works at JJ, so. Oh, it was Timmy? Oh. Sorry. We all know Timmy does. I don't know why I said your name then. Stop. Oh, he's being a smartass. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I was reading back up in chat. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry. At least he admits it. we having fun here, I guess. But anyway, and you can see it on this one here, as Saturn gets out of our visual. Boom. Oh, yeah, you can see it now. You can see the full halo. All right. We do have a halo. Halo, right? Right there. See it all the way around. So that's Earth directed. Seems to be like two of them. One not so. Maybe that's what's going to happen. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, right? Continue with the volcano news today. According to Volcano Discovery, March 30th, 2026, Santa Guido, Fuego, Charush, Ibu, Decono, Reventador, Mayon, and Piton de la Fornes. Okay. Sangay. He wasn't in the list, but they brought it up anyway. It's still active. Canloan wasn't in the list, but here it is. Central Philippines. Unknown, but it is erupting, of course. Somebody can hear. It's like that. Can you hear a bear fart in the woods? I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't. Are SBDs, huh? I don't know how that joke goes. Anyway, Sebenkaya, 20,000. Again, it's a 19,000, so it's not very big. Boom. The mountain next to Sebenkaya is like 21,000, and that volcano hasn't gone off in a while. So it may be that, you know, the Sebenkaya and Sangay and the other one in Ecuador there, the volcanic arc is moving inland as the South America moves over the plate boundary. Fuego, it's erupting. Decono 7,000. Ibu 7,000. Ibu's 4,600 going to 7,000. Decono's like 38 going to 7,000. So Halimarhara, Malacca Sea, just south of Philippines, are banging. And Chalush, 23,000 foot. Piton Long Fornes, eruption continues. The island's growing. Well, where the hell is that, man? Well, let me go and show you. Zooming on out, zooming on in. All right, Piton over here. Right, chair. Piton, and it's leaking into the sea right about here. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think one of these islands is a French island where they had a prison on there. I'm not sure. Timmy, are you aware of that? Calmness finally woke up. Yeah. But anyway, Piton. And we was talking about Ecuadorian volcanoes, Reventador and Sangay. The back behind the arc, the volcanic arc, is here, but these two are the ones that are active. And down here in Peru, Sebenkaya is here, but this is Amparo. Amparo is 6,200 meters up there. Sebenkaya is 5,900, and it's 19,577. Why this volcano is not active and this one is? Very weird. Much like what I've been trying to say. Reventador, active. Mayon. Mayon, it's the Philippines. You know, these things have been, digging away. Mayon is right here. Central Philippines. Canloan is right here. So both of these are bang, dang, 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 right? kicking off at the same time. Got Dakono and Ibu over here. Korangatan's erupting. Raung's erupting. Lokon Impong or Sobutan. Those are erupting. All this area is pretty damn active. Then we come on down here. What's made the news is Little Toe Low and Little Toe B. Both of these banging away. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And then we move over to right here, Simiru. It's popping. Bromo is popping. There's a Mirapi here and a Raung here. We just don't know which one's doing it. Mirapi right here is banging away. Then we move on up. Currency. That was making a mess the other day. And Krakatoa has been relatively quiet. But still. The area. Volcanics. Right? The scary one that we heard about over the weekend was right here. Super volcano that's got a couple islands around it. It's infilling with magma right now. Is an antipode of this earthquake New York? That'd be interesting. New York's supposed to get something. I'm not saying when or why. Let's go ahead and get the specs. TIPODE of boom, 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 boom. No, Senegal. It's Africa. Okay, sis. So, still doing the volcanoes. Fuego's 14,000. Santa Guido's 14,000. I had some friends over last night from Cali, and they had gone on a trip to Guatemala, and they watched the eruptions of Fuego and Santa Guido. Yep, they went to Guatemala City. They said, "Oh, this is great. Yeah, I watch about it all the time." Yeah. Really? Yeah, we watch the damn thing. Dakono, 7,000 feet. Yeah, and there you have it. Boy, we've been on a minute. We had an hour. So, calmness, you weren't here, but I have recorded this so you can see what's going down. Looking at tsunami. Tsunami said the 7.2 over here. Sometimes they record a deuce. Nope. They don't have it. So 6.9 that happened in Mid-Atlantic. 321. Yeah. Maybe that's gives us an indicator of Central America. Well, I don't think I can draw a line there, can I? USGS. Let me put it on terrain. And go like this. Go like that. And go. Open up paint. File open. Draw a line. Here. That would put us in Salvador, Nicaragua. Also, what the frack? Not the DR, but off the coast of the DR and Puerto Rico. So, there's also an area. Do I have it open still? Yeah, I do. There's also an area of this thing right here. It goes right along the Cayman Islands, right? Or it goes a little bit right here, actually. But it is still along that same kind of crapola, right? Yeah. Right along this one, right through Jamaica. Into that earthquake out there. Well, we will see, hopefully, what goes on. So, boom, 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 boom. Maybe the Indian Ocean. Maybe back down here into the Scotia Sea or Drake Passage. And then I would think I'd have to go up that way. Maybe up in Burma. We'll see where the energy goes. You know, watching all these different areas helps us see that. May Circus Gown, nice to see you. It's been a minute. It's Easter week. Blessings and love. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I think pretty much it for the morning report here. This has been a morning report for 3:30:26. I don't know. This Friday, I want to bring to your attention that Luke Clemmer should be doing his show this Friday. I haven't verified with him if he's going to. But it would be the first week of the month. And I'll see if he responds. He's got a lot on his plate this week. But if he does do it, it'll be 10 o'clock Central Standard Time this Friday. Also, if you haven't been joining us, Fridays, we have a little bit of fun. And this is how we celebrate. As we close out. Thanks, everybody.
Woke up this morning feeling tight. Sun is shining, it's a tasty delight. Put my boots on, gotta hit the street. Got one thing on my mind, man, gotta eat. Grab my keys, head out the door. It's Friday night, I can't ignore. Gonna get that meat. Thick and bold, ain't nothing like a steak that's perfectly grilled. Get to the store, it's that time again. Get to the butcher, let the grilling begin. Get to the rancher, can't let it slide because it's Steak Friday, bitches, let's ride. Cruising down the avenue, feeling real good. Hunger in my belly, wish you understood. Steaks on my mind, sizzling right. Ain't nothing like beef to make my night. Walk into the store, the smell is divine. Meat hanging low, oh Lord, it's prime. Picking out the cuts that make me swoon. Bring on the grill, let's make it noon. Get to the store, bring a flavor alive. Get to the butcher, where the magic thrives. Get to the rancher, can't let it slide because it's Steak Friday, bitches, let's ride. Sizzling on the grill, hear that crackling sound. Juices dripping down, oh glory bound. Seasoned just right with a pinch of spice. Every single bite feels so nice. Friends gathered round, drinks in the air. With each tasty steak we having a carol. Blues tunes playing, music so sweet. Celebrating the day we get to eat. Strong beef on our plates, we can't go wrong. From ribeyes to tenderloins, we got it all. Once we start grilling, we're having a ball. So raise your glass and join the cheer. For steak is our reason, oh my dear. Let the flames roll, let the good times roll. Steak Friday magic filling up our soul. Get to the store, it's that time again. Get to the butcher, let the grilling begin. Get to the rancher, can't let it slide because it's Steak Friday, bitches, let's ride. So here's to the meat and here's to the feast. Friday's our time, let's savor the least. Wrap up the night with laughter and taste. Steak Friday's here, no time to waste.
Always a blessing. And so Steak Friday, we celebrate weekly. That's also the first day of the Sabbath, right? Or the first part of the Sabbath until Saturday. And from dusk until dawn. And we celebrate that. Here's the Artemis countdown through Wednesday. 15 UTC. Yeah, 15 hours, 11 hours. What? All right. So be watching for the Artemis 2 doing its thing. Something happened. I don't know what that was, but something happened there. Let's look in the news, see what's going on. All right, everybody. Don't get none on you.